Get your house in order. Get your house in order. For Jesus is coming. Come on and do it right away. Come on and do it today. Well, hello. I'm Cece, your host, bringing you your weekly dose of positivity here at the Vibe Clinic. Y'all, I have to tell you the story. The other day, as soon as I woke up, an old gospel hymn, Get Your House in Order, popped in my head. And I had been singing it, and I was just feeling good, and it just made me feel like everything's just going to be all right, you know? And then that same morning, Tara called, and we conversed, and I told her, I said, do you remember that song, Get Your House? Before I could even get the whole title of the song out of my mouth, she just started to sing in this. Her voice was so just soulful, and just I felt it, the vibration through the phone. Like, it gave me chills. It was confirmation of comfort that I would just be forever grateful for. And thank you, friend. Thank you for sharing God's voice with us today. Yes, get your house in order. Thank you also to Miss Dottie Peoples and the People's Choice Chorale. It's an oldie but goodie, but that song I will always feel. There's a lot of things we can do to indeed start to get our house in order because we are an imperfect species. Today, we're going to bring in our awareness on being judgmental and talk about ways to release those behaviors. I ask this: when does an opinion cross the line into being judgmental? Or does it cross at all? I would like to know what you think. So, email me on that and I will come back and share. But let's look at it. Let's place an opinion under the microscope for just a minute and see what we find. We find that an opinion is a view about something, not necessarily based on fact or knowledge, which sounds about right, because all opinions aren't true. But let's see what judgment looks like. Judgment is a considered decision based on either fact or what you know. Fact check, like anytime dealing with emotions, a lot of the time it means that we probably should stop and fact check ourselves and look and see where that inner source of emotion is coming from. If somebody is projecting something and we absorb it, like we're taking it personal, then, or if somebody just push us to the point of passivity, like let's look at the origin of why we react the way we do, Opinions are emotionally driven. They're formed and stored right here in our heart. Everyone has the birthright to express their unique voices and viewpoints. Freedom of speech is beautiful. But it's a loophole attached to it. That's just me talking. We are diverted from center through influences of society. And so when you're in non-awareness and you meet opposition to a sound opinion, something you're standing on, and then you meet somebody that don't feel the same way, and both of you are looking at things that could be out of limited view, and then you judge each other, and judgment just shows its ugly face, and it's a cycle that goes on and on and on, and it becomes a root of something not good. This is the line that we must stay mindful of and learn to respect what's different and use our inquisitive nature to learn about what's different. The act of forgiveness is also very important here too, because we can hold on to past pain and guilt, resentment, deceit, abandonment. The list can go on for infinity. But holding on to these negative attachments inhibit happiness and growth and all things good. If you never deal with these emotions, your blessings become a joke. And then you end up miserable, broken, bound, and then have the nerve to sit back and wonder why. It's real, y'all. We could do a lot of damage control for ourselves and others and err on the lighter side of conflict, taking a little extra time to consider our source of information before making a judgment towards anyone or anything. And make sure that there's no force when your opinions are differ, and that there's no malintent behind your words as you express yourself. Is your judgment or opinion based on fact? Is it a cultural bias? All people don't experience reality the same. If people like different foods, people may have never tried eggplant, but then they're 40 years old and they try eggplant, and it's like, oh, eggplant been this good, So different languages, music, people have different influences, different socioeconomical demographics, and some sadly still base their decision or judgment from a stance of ignorance. I mean, some may really not know or been exposed to a particular thing or people, and simply they just respond to what everybody else doing that's around them. This may not apply to everybody. Please don't let it apply to everybody. But it surely does with the greater sum. And then if we know we crossing these morally coded lines, then why do we do it? Why? Is it for safety? Humanity has been buried so deep in hate and envy through society that learned behaviors justify what we see, like to judge others in a negative light. Like, that's not cool. Is it arrogance or power? Look at the bullies. And bullies come in all ages. No, this is a no bully zone. People, they look to victimize others to overcompensate on what they lack in their own life. Manipulation is oh so very real. The majority has already fallen victim to the many faces of manipulation. It's a nasty talent. And some people are still walking around being a victim, and they don't even know it. If we take the time to recognize our own not-so-pleasantries, we will be effectively befriending time and trimming our own lawns. And instead of our judging, it turns into discernment. Then your choices impact more than yourself. It preserves the wellness of you and everything around you, with every best choice that you can make. You know why? It all starts and ends with you. If you tell yourself you can't do something, you won't. But if you believe that you can achieve anything, your passion and determination will aid you to win. Now, don't get it twisted. Success is not equivalent to a win. Because if you try, you've already succeeded. It's been far too long that people have been oppressingly censored in just being. I'm not only talking about race, I'm talking about humanity. Think about how many hush topics exist from culture to culture. Just as we speak, we should be actively listening to one another. Look around. The proof is in reality sitting comfortable right in front of your eyes, that so-called see. Be actively aware in your day. Don't just idly sit by. The next time a judgmental person attack you, you wipe your brow and you smile, because you know that your shield of presence will deflect their emotional distortions away. Why allow what's ailing somebody else become your problem and mess up your day? Know that our perspective is based from life's experiences. Your reality is all you know. Being able to realize the toxicities of the moment gives us like an all-access power to change the negative habits, especially if judging is one. See, words become powerful when released from loose lips. They cut like a sword and sometimes shoot to kill. They don't make eyeglasses strong enough to see another person's heart. You never know where people at emotionally and mentally in their life. So be mindful of your tongue and how you use your weapon. Let's stop hurting one another and deal with what's the problem in the beginning. Look in the mirror. Fall in love again with the real you. Heal. Let go. Move into a world filled with happiness, with light and vibrancy. In this place is when we know our house is in check and headed in the right direction. Next time you witness this moral line cross, remind them that they don't know the cost, that the person paid to be, to have, to go, or to do. Get involved with your own journey and experience being, experience having, experience going, and experience doing before time get by you. Everybody should groom themselves to take some good old constructive criticism now. That's how we learn and evolve. You know, this makes me think of a hook from Raheem Devon's song Until, off his Love Experience album. I can sing because I can do whatever I want to do, but I'm going to choose to say it, okay? The hook says, until you know my joy, know my pain, and know my struggles. Until you walked these shoes, paid my dues, and felt my troubles. Until you share my tears, know my fears in all my years. Only until then, you only know what you think you know. That is so real. Only until then, you only know what you think you know. Okay? Look, y'all, stagnancy is for a lake. Aerate your emotional wounds. Let go of the bitterness. Let go of the envy. Let go of the jealousy. And you will find yourself in a place of letting go, judging. In place of speaking out of pocket about or to other people, look down at all them broken blocks of emotions laying at your feet. Choose to use some of your God-given energy to rebuild character, to impact not only yourself, but the greater good. Keeping your hand out, though, reaching for others that's in need to help rebuild their houses along the way. Thank you for listening. Please email me your questions and comments to texturedawakenings@gmail.com. Visit the Vibe Clinic and the blog Textured Awakenings and all other things positive at www.texturedawakenings.com. Subscribe and don't forget to say hi. But until next time, God bless you. Come on and do it too.